2021, real spill.
2K21.
Look, what is haters gonna say? They gotta get up out the way.
Yep.
It's almost May 9th. That's CT's birthday.
Hey.
I ain't even write it down. I ain't acting like a clown. You already know Just League podcast finna go down. What you really wanna see? You know that knows a G. Hey, that's all I really got. I gotta go get something to eat. Okay, I messed up. I wasn't really going there though.
It happened.
How you feeling today, man?
Brother, if I was feeling any better, I would be you.
Hey, man, that's a great way to be feeling.
Man, just left the movies.
What did you see?
Wrath of Man, Jason Statham. I love Jason Statham.
Why is he always avenging something in his movies?
I've
never seen it, but I guarantee he's avenging something.
That's exactly what the movie was.
He's got an avengeful face. Like, I'm going to get, I didn't forget, nigga. That's what the face that he has.
I took my mom, and the minute that it ended, I looked at the time and was like, ooh, I got to get to the studio. Because, you don't factor in trailer time.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh. So I literally sped from Burbank, dropped her at our hotel, and got here on time.
How is it having Mama CT around, man?
It's the best, man. My mom... Okay, let me just explain it like this, bro. 98% of my life, I feel like I'm speaking a different language than other people because I don't feel like people get me or
I've
my
been
frustration.
feeling like that so much lately. That's weird that you said that.
But this is about me.
Yeah.
So I feel like nobody's speaking my language, right?
Right.
And some situations happened today and yesterday that my mom was a part of.
Okay.
And I didn't even have to say anything. She said what was annoying about the moments.
So you didn't even have to say it?
I was like, you get it. She was like, yeah. Like, what was that about? I was like, oh, God bless you, mama, because she speaks my language, bro. So it's like whenever my mom is around, I just feel this weight lifted off my shoulders that I have this ally that I don't have to explain anything to.
She
I
just
cussed
gets
this woman out the other day, this other woman.
You cuss somebody out?
Yeah.
Wait, who did you cuss out and why?
Okay, so Tangerine and I were going to look at houses.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Heavy duty. You hear that, Swole Call? He's coming up in the world.
Hey,
okay.
brother, I don't have any money. I hope they know that.
Just did your taxes. I got you.
Just paid. I don't have anything.
You're looking to rent a house. Clearly,
you know what I'm saying? Whatever they gonna let me do. I stay in the closet. Just let me tell people.
Let me live. Yes, that.
So we're leaving, and as I'm driving down the street, it's a neighborhood street. As I'm driving down the street, this woman has her hazards on. Right?
Is that nighttime?
No, this is daytime.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, she got her hazards. Is she just gonna stay still? Let me move casually past. And then she kind of makes like the sharp jerk towards us, right? And I tapped the horn like, hey,
bitch,
because she's not looking.
right.
She's just like, I think she's talking to her girl in the other car, and she's just, I'm like, hey, just pay attention. And I see her girl in the other car to start just like talking. She's like, what's he blowing? Like, just all of this is happening, right? And then in this car, she's like, what is it? And I pull up, I say, hey, baby, just be careful.
Oh, so you didn't even lead with the aggression?
No, I never do.
Okay.
I say, hey, baby, just be careful. Huh? What? I was like, just please be careful. Yeah, I always am. I said, I don't need the back talk. I just want you to be careful. Because in my mind, I have my mom and my wife in the car.
Right.
Just be careful. Yeah. So I pull a little forward, and the girl is still yapping, the other girl. And I roll down Tangerine's passenger window, and I'm like, what's up?
I think he's going to address this.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like all that. So she's like, you're honking the horn. Like, why are you honking the horn? I say, hey, the reason I honked, like, what's the reason you're honking the horn? I'm like, if you will allow me to answer your question, I honked the horn because she had her hazards. Yeah, that's the problem. She has her, and I was like, and the fact that she wouldn't let me get my words out, I was like, you stupid, ugly bitch.
And then you just went there?
I went there.
I've never seen you lose your cool in my life.
So
she deserved it.
She took me there. One thing about me, not with you, but one thing about me is I don't like being interrupted, especially if I'm answering your question, right? And again, this is not you. This is so.
You know we're gonna talk about.
I mean, clearly we have to. So she says this, and I call her every word that I can think of, right? And she's like, I respect your girl because, and I'm like, no, you respect my girl because you know that she's going to slap you if she gets out this car. Like, this is.
So you said all of this without even getting out the driver's seat.
Right. So I pull off, and I'm so angry, my hand is shaking. Right?
They took you there.
I say, in my humblest apology, because I don't like cursing in front of my mom.
Right.
She's seen me on stage, she's seen me on TV, but my mother and father have always cursed like sailors. So they know that I curse,
Right.
but I try to be respectful and not curse
You're a
around my
good
mom.
son, right.
So I say, Mom, my humblest, I apologize. She was like, you ain't got nothing to apologize for.
Fuck that bitch, son.
Man.
You understand me?
She said it
I was
all.
finna take these earrings out.
That's exactly what she was about to say. And when she actually said that. And then I was like, well, thank you. I apologize. But yeah, before we get into...
Why you don't like niggas telling you to relax? This guy swole cold.
Listen.
Me and this nigga are gonna fight eventually.
I was about to sock him in his face with that cold. This guy was out of
But
control.
before we even get to all that, this is gonna be a special episode for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because your birthday is tomorrow, so it's definitely gonna be a good episode. Got some fun little surprises for you. But before we do that, we got to get this out the way. New nickname alert. You ready for this?
You know,
you're not gonna end the new nickname alerts. I'm gonna keep doing them.
I'm ready for the new nickname alert.
You ready for this, Swole Cole?
Let's go.
The Dominican Republic.
Why do they call you the Dominican Republic, Doughboy?
Because when I take a bitch out on a date, she get 2 stamps and a passport. Yeah. She's an international now. Yes, thank you, brother.
That's top notch.
Thank you.
That's top notch stuff right there.
So listen,
Dominican
man.
Republic.
Dominican, come on, man. I put a lot of work into that.
You know what you didn't put a lot of work into?
What?
Sending me what we're talking about today.
Okay, no. There's a lot. Okay, let's talk about that. I got you because this is gonna be a different type of episode.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
First of all, who told you to relax that it bothers you so much? We almost got to a full-blown fist fight via text because I was trying to do a nice thing for you. So let me just read. Let's just read it. And you read it in your voice, and I'll read it in my voice.
Now, when you read it in your voice, don't give me... Well, you know what? Give me whatever voice you think.
I'm going to give you what I texted to.
Yeah, okay. Let me
this is exactly what happened.
Okay, I think it starts with...
Let's start at 11:24 a.m.
Okay, cool. Start there. Let's get it.
I said, and this is exactly how I wrote it.
Put my glasses back on.
Hey, just spoke with Swole Cole. Apparently we aren't booked for today. He just let me know. I'm assuming this was just an oversight. But the issue is now our slot for today is taken. He can do at some point between 4:30 and 7, but that might cut tight what I was shooting today. Can you hit me and we can see how we can pivot?
All right, real quick before you continue reading. Cole, we can't get the yellow on that side? I just see one light yellow. Oh. Yeah, I want everything yellow, so this don't look like their podcast. Keep going.
Okay, so that's what I said. Now then you say, I said, can you hit me and we can see how we can pivot? What did you say?
I sent a picture of, I probably should have went first. Okay. I sent a picture of the receipt of booking the studio for multiple sessions. And in the notes section that you can see in this picture are the days and times that I booked the studio, right?
Right.
And then go on.
You said, no, you read your part.
Okay, cool.
You read your part.
Okay. So I said, sent this to Nolan Tuesday. Nolan is apparently the boss around here. I say, I sent this to Nolan Tuesday, waiting on his response. I don't know why it's not in their schedule, but also you just said last week you were drained and weren't going to schedule anything on Saturday before our show again.
Now that had nothing to do with nothing, but this is why I responded the way that I responded.
Okay.
And I responded with, I didn't. A show that I am casted in to act had production moved to today. I was planned to be wrapped by 5, and it's not an all-day shoot. And that ain't really the focal point, as I will be there to shoot when needed. Last week was a clusterfuck not only due to an all-day shoot, but a bunch of other personal shit that was kicking my ass. But I digress. Did you want to push it to earlier today? If I'm wrapped by 5, I can realistically do 6. What's your day look like?
I say 6 could work. Ask Cole.
And
then I say, then let me know.
I said 6 works.
I said, he said yes, because also, keep in mind, I said, let me know. This was all in the exact same minute span that you're responding to me.
Gotcha.
So when you said 6 works, I said, he said yes?
And I said, yes, nigga.
Which?
Now that's where we turned.
That
was our sharp left?
That was a sharp left.
So
I said,
yes,
what?
I was like, yes, nigga, because there was a lot going on. Okay, now then say what you said.
Because you got to understand, in this moment, because I'm not going to remember this point as we go on.
Right.
You got to remember, in this moment, I have just waken up. This is all news to me. Even if you don't know that I just woke up, all of this is news to me because from the picture that I sent you, everything is booked and the times are set. So the fact that nobody knows what's going on the day of our show is shocking to me.
And this is the first thing you're talking about when you wake up.
This is the first thing. So,
okay. So then you respond and say what?
After you say yes, nigga, I say in capital letters.
Right.
I'm sorry, am I reading my response?
No, you're good. You're good. Got you.
In capital letters, I say, nigga, how am I supposed to know he responded that fast? You didn't do it in the group chat, because we have a group chat going on.
We do.
I say, you didn't do it in the group chat, so all I can do is assume.
And then that's when I tried to check my tone, and I said, okay, I said, my bad. I'm rushing around trying to accommodate all this. Maybe there is a reason I spoke to him separately, bro. Relax.
And
now
that's
when it goes, oh, Swole Cole, don't you tell CT to relax. Oh, no. Hold on, wait. Oh, and here's our surprise. I was going to come out there in 2 seconds and get you. Jesus. Okay, the surprise is here.
Listen, man.
Jesus. He said,
listen.
Hop
BT
in the
Kingsley
mix.
just walked in with a box
Cupcakes,
of
nigga, and I ate one just to piss you off.
Can't believe you ate one of my cupcakes.
No, hold that. Let's finish this, and then
Let's
we'll introduce what's going on.
So
then
wait.
Okay.
You said maybe there was a reason I spoke to him separately, bro. Relax.
Right.
I respond, because we're just reading the text.
So
We're not explaining anything.
Right, you're turning up.
I
now.
respond, I say, don't tell me to relax, bro. I told you about that shit. We've been friends for 11 years. This the 11 years part wasn't in the text. But I said, I've told you about that shit. Also, you're the one.
You love it with these capitalized words.
Yeah, because I need emphasis.
Got it.
I say, you're the one with the issue, not me. Can't read your mind, nigga. So stop acting like I can. And then you respond.
I'm moving around, trying to shift things around on the fly. I have another thing I'm shooting as we speak. And the reason I spoke to Cole separately was because I was trying to set up a surprise for this episode for you. So my apologies if I told you to relax, bro. I'm simply trying to make this all go without a hitch.
I then say, I don't have many triggers, but that relax shit is a major one. It's all good. I didn't know they didn't lock us in when I sent the info in the notes till you said it.
And I said, hey, won't happen again. Wasn't intentional. I won't use that word again. To which he put a thumbs up on that one. That's the first time he responded.
You were still typing.
Right. And then I said, I'm glad I hit him when I did, or we would have been fucked at 8. All good. See you at 6.
I said, touche, good thinking, to which he sends me back a thumbs up on a message. Now, let's address it, because you asked the question.
That's all.
I was actually thinking on the way here, I was like, I need to tell him a sub word for the word that actually annoys me, because I never I don't want people to think that they could easily set me off with that, because they can't.
Okay.
Any form of calm down or relax always pisses me off, because I stay relaxed. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Like, I won't ever.
His face. Hey, can you put this all up on the screen?
Listen, I don't get upset in a text form. If you see me get upset, the thing that you will see in the middle of our conversation is me calling you. Because then I'm not typing anymore.
You're like, fuck this typing shit.
Let's talk, right? That's when I am upset. But in the text form, I could have done 30,000 more messages, because I was relaxed. I was like...
So you're like, I'm already relaxed, don't tell me.
It's kind of like you're in an argument with your lady, or you're like, hey, baby, listen, I feel like the way, like, this is a very calm tone. Hey, baby, I feel like maybe if we just... Why you
quit yelling at me?
Why are you yelling? You need to relax. Then it's like...
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that. And I should have known that, because I have an extensive customer service background. And when customers are tripping, you don't tell them to relax, calm down. So I should have fucking known. But what I was trying to do, and the reason why the day kind of got, I was like, I wanted to have something fun here. You were like, side note, you're the worst nigga to plan a surprise party for.
This seems
or
like
anything. Because I told him, I said, hey, man, if you could do me a favor, don't eat before you come to the show. Why? Why do I'm like,
I was like, yeah, well, what's up? Because my mother is in town, and I'm like, oh man, does he want to go grab some food after the show?
Thank you.
I'm like, does he want to grab some food after the show? I mean,
let me tell you what the plan was. So I was like, what could I do? Because I was trying to hit you up, see what you wanted for your birthday, different things.
What did I say to that? Read that specifically.
On this shit.
What did I listen?
So this,
first of all, BT.
Okay, we have
BT.
to.
No, y'all do what y'all doing.
Listen, BT.
This for the ladies.
Listen, you're ruining.
You look like Omaria.
You're ruining the flow right now, BT. I need you to do me a favor. You're set up light-wise. This light kind of went out, Cole. I need you, BT, to go in the hallway real quick, please, brother. We
Go
will
in the
call your
hallway for
name.
1 second. We'll bring you right back.
Cole, please go back to the 2-shot. We got something going on right now. Now, please read verbatim
What
after
I said,
you asked
what you wanted
I
for your
want for my
birthday.
birthday.
Because it was a pretty poetic thing. I was like, man, I need to get on CT's hype. Hold on 1 second. I said that, and it was actually pretty prophetic. I texted you at 2:21 yesterday, p.m. I said, sup, player? How'd the session go yesterday? How can I get down with what you already got? And what you want for birthday, man? What you want for your birthday, man? And you responded, I already got it, man. I'm healthy and loved. Next session is Monday night. So you're healthy and loved. So I was nothing that I could really get you. I reached out to Tangerine, like, what should I get him? She was like, save your money. He likes, gift cards for video games. Because I was going to get you some shoes. I was just like, what does he want? I really want him to know that he's appreciated by his boy. So I was just like, this was the plan of what was supposed to happen today. I was like, well, what kind of, maybe that I can just bring back a nostalgic feeling. I was like, yo, about 14 years ago, you, I, and BT all sat down at IHOP and we all had a conversation.
Yeah.
BT was still there. I hadn't moved yet. You were the only one. And I said, you know what? I'll have BT as a special guest. And the reason I told you not to eat, I was going to cater IHOP here for us to all eat. And we were going to do like a mukbang episode, but I was going to get an extra hour for us to kind of go longer and just talk and eat and be like, where were we at then? Where are we at now? I thought it'd be a whole thing, but then everything got shuffled around and we only had an hour. So I said, I'll just have BT come and then we can go to IHOP after this to go eat. Just because I feel like it's a nostalgic meal to eat with my brothers. But that was the whole setup that I had.
Listen,
for you,
man, I want to tell you this from the bottom of my heart. I'm grateful. In order of everything that you said, I wouldn't want you to waste your money, like, getting shoes or anything like that. Like, I'm truly at a point in my life where I am so grateful to be alive and I'm so grateful to have the relationships that I have and the people who love me.
Yeah.
That the gift, honest to God, is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I even told the Team CT squad in my Twitch, like, yo, man, what you want for your birthday? I'm like, I already got it. Y'all here. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
so
we kicking it.
That's so dope that you're at a point of gratitude in your life like that. I'm fighting to get there because it just seems like you have happiness and a peace that nobody can really
I wasn't there
disrupt.
before, though. Like, I remember literally being like, yeah, man, and this person didn't get me this, and I wanted this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it hits you. You really want I think I was reading a card one day. My father's dead.
Right.
So
rest in peace.
Man, love that guy. My father, for my 30th birthday, right? He had sent this text message that was amazing. He's like, I remember 30 years ago seeing you come into this world and, the man that you've become. I'm paraphrasing because if I say the specific words, it's going, but it was so heartfelt that I said, this is what I want from everybody.
Just somebody just genuinely telling you what you mean to them.
Yeah, and because that's priceless.
Right.
Like, you could buy somebody a phone, right? And then, a year later, the phone is old.
Out, and nobody even uses that phone. They
Yeah.
probably have upgraded.
But
already.
The fact that my dad sent me that on my 30th birthday, here I am, 35 tomorrow, I can go back to that message and be like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope, bro. And that's dope that he left that for you so you could always know how he felt about you.
Yeah,
that's
but
what
it's
I try
like
to do with
everybody.
music. I try to make music that people like, when they hear it, like, be like, yo, that lives on. So that's super dope, man.
How many times have you heard, well, for me it's Kanye, but for you, it would be Jamie or Drake. Like, how many times have you heard a Jamie or Drake song and you've been like,
I can tell you where I was when I heard certain songs, and it just hits you that nostalgic feeling. So
yeah, man.
I'm glad, man, and just even I want to bring our guest in early because I wanted us to have a longer time with him, and me and you both have so much history with him. Normally I would wait, but since our episode will only be an hour. Side note: shout out to the donation in Team CT.
Yeah, man.
Apparently you guys like the longer format. They love the episode with Teddy. So we will be listening to everybody and looking to get you guys longer episodes. But I wanted to bring the next person, our guest to the podcast out early.
Hot.
He did. So I want to bring him in and bring him give him the wait, nigga, for you.
Jesus Christ.
So the brother that I am bringing to the podcast is, best friend to you, one of my best friends as well. I've known him for about 15 years now. I think you've known him about the same time, maybe a little bit longer. He was the person that the first person to tell me I was funny has always been like a big brother. Yeah, the first person that told me I should really get into comedy, and just one of the most solid individual dudes that I've ever met, and I love him to death. So please welcome to the podcast, BT Kingsley. Please say the Kingsley.
Gotta say it.
What if I waited? What if I waited? Go to the bathroom now.
What's back on the screen, Cole?
Can we get us all back on the screen now? See how we look?
BT Kingsley.
Yes.
He is in the dark.
Yes.
Look at this boy. You
Now,
know
Okay,
what?
there we go. That's a little bit, yeah.
Now, do I get
that is horrible. Can he? Because let's have
yeah, can he sit here? Can
share
that camera
and
hit him?
BT's Doughboys.
Okay.
Hey, do it, man. We got to talk anyway.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you know
There
what?
we go.
We're good. We're in the game. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, man. This
Keep
episode,
all this too. This is I like this. This is the realness.
the roughest episode ever looking that we ever gonna have.
So we are here. So it's BT. Introduce yourself, man. How does it feel to be here? You finally made
I'm
it.
excited, man. I think I should be able to get some of the superhero love. I just want my name, like a little logo for me on the side. I'll send y'all something. And then
I'll
We
send
can
you
fix it in
something.
post.
yeah, I want a cape. I want a cape with a hood though, like some cloak and dagger shit. You, know what I
You
mean?
want?
You sure you don't want a
Shazam.
scarf? You sure don't want a scarf?
It'll be a scarf for Jace. It's scarf. It'll be little tassels at the bottom of the cape, man. I'm excited to be here, man.
Here's the funny thing.
What's that?
He's influenced your career so much. BT is the first person to book me to headline in my career. Like it was in
Me
SAC
too, and I'm gonna tell my story. You tell your
at
story
the
first.
at the Touch of Class.
Touch of Class.
It was the greatest joint ever. It was interesting because I think like the second or third time I was up there. Well, anyway, go ahead.
You just
Because I realized
abandoned the story.
I realized what I was about
Well,
to say.
the first time he booked me to headline, I was maybe 2 weeks to a month into comedy.
Okay.
So basically I did Laughs Unlimited in January of 05, and I met him up there. He was like, yo, you funny. You got something. You need to do comedy, blah, 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 blah. I was just like, word? He was just like, yeah. He was so helpful from the very beginning.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, there's a comedy competition you need to get. Like, he was just talking to me like he was just recruiting a team of comedians, and I was just like, yeah, man, you going to be doing this? He's like walking around, putting his arm out there. This is dope. I'm like, nigga, you just met me. So he was just on that. So he basically told me about a comedy competition that was the Black Comedy Expo that was coming up, and I ended up jumping in it. And I beat him in DC Urban. But let me tell you, I didn't really beat him in DC Urban. I didn't really listen. You can tell me that I didn't back then. I did the whole took the shirt off. Yeah, look at me. Of course. So I won with a hack joke. But yeah, I was
not hack.
But you know,
It's all
in
you
hindsight,
had. It's not hack if it's all you had.
But I won $1,500.
That's the new rule.
I won $1,500 within
that's
doing
big.
comedy for like 3 weeks. I was like, this is what I got to do. So then he just comes up to me randomly, like, hey, man, you got a show. You're going to be headlining Sidelines in Modesto. I didn't even know what headlining meant. I was just like, what? He was like, yeah, you're going to do about 30 to 35 minutes. I was like, what? I went out there, bombed horribly, but I went out there and I wasn't afraid. And so he like was pushing me to greatness very early on. And what I did was I survived 35 minutes on stage. I want to say this happened within like the first 2 to 3 months of me really seriously doing comedy. And then I just had confidence from that point. Like, this nigga believes in me. I might as well be believing in me too.
Yeah.
And so that's why I always credit him, because he was the first nigga to really kind of take me under his wing. And then when you talk about Touch of Class, like that's where I met you. That's where I learned to become a comedian. That's where I learned everything I learned. So, you know, big shout out to BT. And we were roommates. I used to steal his TV dinners.
Let's talk about y'all being roommates. First of all, y'all were roommates.
Yeah, so we were roommates. So what ended up happening, so we all meet. So I get kind of brought into the fold at Touch of Class. And then we all go to that infamous IHOP that I was trying to get us all to today, where we all had the conversation.
We're still going to go. You said like we're
still going to go. But it was the infamous IHOP conversation. Yeah. At this time, BT was moving around the city, and he was.
I wasn't here yet though.
He wasn't here yet, right? And so then me and you were talking, and then you were just like, "No, you need to go." They were basically telling both of us we need to go, but I jumped off the porch first. So I go down there, and I'm there maybe because I moved September 09, and then October 09, it didn't work out with the chick that I was staying with. So I came back, car gets repossessed, and I go back in October.
Whew.
This is the Mikey Winfield era when I used to go to the
hero of Bay City.
When I was going to the CBS Diversity Showcase with him. So then, right around the next year, I want to say it was June of 2010?
Yes, you niggas got cups. Didn't know that. Keep going.
So it was around June of 2010. BT was like, "Hey, he had kept saying he was gonna come down because we was gonna come around the same time."
Yeah.
And then finally, I had ended up getting a house. I got a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom kind of loft situation, and the rent I couldn't cover the rent
From the young lady that I introduced you to.
introduced me to. Wow, yes,
I didn't even think about that
did.
until just now.
You really did. And remember, I had the turtles. Remember, the turtles were there at first. And
Nicole.
we had the turtles. I was like, just leave the turtles here. After 3 weeks, I was like, get these stinking ass turtles the fuck up out of here.
Ooh, them turtles stunk.
So then I get the 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom because I didn't have no credit or whatever, but it was just off of the plug in your, recommendation.
So just because I'm not the hey man, give me my flowers. I just when he sang that story, I remember
Right.
there was an open mic we used to do,
And,
the Gardenia Lounge.
Gardenia Lounge.
And Nicole was managing that spot.
Right.
And Nicole had this condo that she wanted to move from, and she needed somebody to come in and take it over.
She ended up saying it when we was randomly at a IHOP.
Exactly.
And I was like, yo, she was like, yeah, I'm trying to move. Y'all know anybody who need? And you knew her, and I was just like, yo, set it, da-da-da. So I get the apartment.
IHOP
and then,
has changed lives.
It really is, still to this day.
Out here, you hear me?
So then I hit up BT. I'm like, yo, this is the situation, because I believe the rent was something. It was gonna break out to like $500 each. So I was like, I got to get two roommates. So I ended up getting BT, and then BT ends up coming down, and we were roommates for like 2?
But
2
yeah,
years?
about almost 2 on the dot.
I learned a lot about BT. He don't share his food.
No, forget the food. BT is the messy. Let me tell you, BT Kingsley. I always say this when I'm talking about BT Kingsley. BT Kingsley is in fact my best friend, but BT Kingsley, the reason we became friends is because we realized we had so many similarities, right? And where we were different, we were dramatically different.
Vastly.
So for example, this will tell you everything you need to know. When it comes to superheroes, I'm DC Comics. He's
Team
Marvel.
So he's better then, because Marvel is better than DC.
You kiss your mother with that mouth? So BT's so different. So when I say I'm a neat person, BT is not.
Whoa.
And when y'all live
he
together,
having chips in his bed.
he eats off his chest. Who does?
We got Pringles in the bed. I'm a fat nigga.
You're more than neat. You're like anal retentive.
Yeah,
Man.
you are.
You're like
super
spot up.
neat.
Because I'm not a nasty nigga.
No,
but
you're not nasty.
I'm messy though.
Cluttery.
You're
I'm,
messy.
I'm very cluttery and
Right.
super cluttery.
Yeah.
Super.
I never
and
said
very
nasty.
That's not nasty. He
that's-
ain't trifling.
His own.
But
Like if it ain't gonna stink.
No,
but
it
it's
ain't
gonna be
stink,
shit
but it-
everywhere.
Exactly. Now that breath is a tough.
You're out of control.
The different conversation.
Because I had to
You're
fucking
out
eat a
of
bacon.
control.
Nigga made 7 sketches off my goddamn trauma.
Oh.
Yes, he introduced me. He let me know that Marie Callender TV dinners are much better than banquet. He's a bougie eater. He won't eat banquet. He be like, it's beneath me.
Yeah.
Like, nigga.
No. So, the other roommate, Donovan.
Shout out to Donovan.
Donovan puts me on to cheesy broccoli, chicken, and rice. Marie Callender's about $3.49 a box.
But you know, that's blasphemy in the TV dinner hierarchy.
Yes.
Banquets are 88 cents.
And that is
a
why
reason.
the bullshit started.
There's a reason.
So now, mind you, let's never get it confused. I am an only child, and I'm selfish as hell. I will not, never will deny that.
You've gotten better.
And when I tell you, nigga, me and Donovan would be like, oh man, yeah, we gonna get groceries for the day. We be eating the shit, and Doe would get groceries, and this nigga would never get the Marie Callender's. He would get banquet. He get like Salisbury steak. I'm like, nigga, we don't want this, bro.
Salisbury steak is lit.
But he would eat the Marie Callender. And we go in there to go get one. I'm like, nigga, it's nothing but Salisbury steak in here. He was like, no, they're the same. I'm like, they're not. The fucker said there's no old lady on the thing with a little monocle. There's just a red box with no characters. Nobody gives a fuck about this.
That was the only thing I really feel like we ever beefed about was food.
Well,
Did we beef about other things?
Yeah, when
Me and
BT
BT?
moved out.
Oh shit! Oh,
When
now
BT,
the truth comes out.
When BT moved out that apartment,
What he said?
you and first of all, let me say this: BT don't beef with nobody. Doughboy was beefing with BT.
I was mad because he was leaving me.
Doughboy
Felt like he was my father. Come back, nigga. Come back and take care of your responsibilities. I'm just your friend. Fuck you, Dad.
Bro, BT explained. Okay, even
so-
funnier after he moved out. Go ahead, say it.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Doe has a huge heart. Like
Yes.
he was ready for the Hollywood life. Like,
Yeah.
nah, nigga, whatever it takes, I'm gonna get it done. Sleep in the car. Yo, man, you need a couch? I got you, bro. Like he was ready to experience it, so the story will be great later.
It's facts.
I don't live like that.
Kingsley, on the other hand.
I am, and I've had multiple roommates throughout my life, and normally they were gone because I'm night, you know what I mean,
right.
comic life, and they work in the daytime. So I've had roommates, but I never see these niggas.
Mm.
So I would come home and I would see people, and I was like, this is weird. So I go on the road and I come on. I basically lock myself in
He
this
would
room.
always be in the room.
I would always be in the room.
Yeah.
And when I tell you it was some random. I came back one time and it was a dude. So who is this nigga? Oh no, he just need a spot. I'm like, all right, cool.
Wait, nigga, you laughing a little bit too hard. You dropped the nigga off with it. Don't say his name. You know the nigga you dropped off at the house one day.
That I dropped off at the house?
We'll talk about that next.
CT, then that nigga girl was living there. Not my girl. Not Donovan girl. Not those girls. The nigga on the new nigga girl. And a baby.
And a baby.
And a girl.
That was a dirty baby, too. That baby was filthy.
Nigga, I came home one day. I collect the DVDs of Entourage. I have a box set. Beautiful box set. Nigga, when I tell you that goddamn baby was chewing on my DVD.
I had totally forgot about this. I had completely forgot.
Are you kidding me? Nigga, I started locking my door. It wasn't helping. This little baby was getting in this goddamn room. Then the nigga was gone, and the girl was still there. And I was like,
That baby was still there, too.
nigga, I am in the twilight zone. Now, listen, all the bills are getting paid. Everything was on. Donovan had 77 chicks at the time.
Yeah.
He all over the place. And I wasn't really moving like that in the city yet. I hadn't got my feet planted yet.
I had totally forgot. I be leaving out chunks of information. I just thought the nigga just left. I was just like, oh, really? You and Nate Jackson wouldn't get your own little spot.
Let me tell you how this
Fuck off,
works.
y'all.
Y'all lived together, and this baby was in there. Doughboy is the type of person that if you need a spot, I got you. However, during
Love.
that time, you just wanted your payment to go lower. So
I was trying
it
to
was like, all
was
right, I
trying
paid
to-
$500 now.
Hey,
I
oh
could
no,
have
now
cap
we gotta
on
pay
$375. Good than a motherfucker. I'm like, well, shit.
But you listen, don't say this person's name because
Okay.
you remember.
Tell me.
It was a comedian.
Uh-huh.
It was a dude.
Okay.
You brought him to the house, and he was at your house
Uh-huh.
hanging with you, and you hit me up like, hey, man, can such and such come over? I barely knew the nigga.
Oh, you know him now, though.
Yeah, the nigga, terribly.
He's a great friend of
No,
yours
he's
now.
not. We are not talking about the same person.
Are we not?
No,
Yeah.
because this dude
No.
I haven't seen since.
No.
Text me the name
I'm
right
going to
now.
text you right now. Hold on.
It was like this dude got into some stuff and some things happened and then
Hold on, bro. I'm going to text
yeah,
this
I'm not
to
gonna
you.
say what happened, but I
I'm
never
going,
seen him
hold
again.
on 1 second.
This
How do
girl
I
was there
know
for
this
6 months
guy?
after that though.
Hold on 1 second.
No, that dude went to prison. I didn't know him. That was Doughboy's
Who?
friend. The guy who's the boyfriend of the girl with the baby.
Hold on 1 second.
They got
Oh, that nigga.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So
This nigga was wild. I
What did
remember
he do?
Donovan came home one day
Mhm.
and his door was locked. The nigga was in his bed sleep. I was like, bruh.
Oh
yeah.
We had to like
door?
get this nigga out. I was like, it was a whole ordeal. Cause you dropped him off one day. It was like,
Yeah.
can he just stay here? And you know me, I'm drunk. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's all cool. Everybody can stay here. It's cool.
Everybody. Potty time.
I woke up like, what are you still doing here? Like, nigga, you said I could stay here. I was
We
like, I
proud of
didn't
you.
mean that. What are you doing listening to me? It was a whole thing to get this nigga out of there.
Yeah. So he's still my friend. He's still my friend. This guy, he's amazing. He's like family. However, he's the family member that you can't get out of your house, right?
Yeah,
So
you
I
knew
saw
this
my
before you brought him to
opportunity.
my house.
Well, your house was the kicking spot.
It was
My
a kicking
house
spot.
was not.
No, hey, see,
You lived alone.
Exactly.
it was a great move by your call.
Oh, thank you.
But now me and Doughboy got to jump you.
We have to. It was a whole ordeal to get the nigga out. I was
Man,
like,
I
bro,
didn't
what
know
are we
that.
gonna do?
Ugh.
And you was just living your best life out there in the streets, kicking it, eating Pizza Hut. I'm like, get this nigga.
Man, if anybody that ever plans
Low
to
season.
follow your dreams and move to LA, it's gonna be some struggles and some moments.
Yeah.
I had like hard rules in house. Like you can't bring no stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's been situations where somebody was locked out the house or like you needed a night to make a transition, cool. But I know how hard it is to get a nigga out. And you can't tell a nigga to get no job. Comedians refuse to get jobs.
The nigga hit me with the renter's rights. He was like, nigga, I got renter's rights. I was like, nigga, we are in for it. And I think it was only his respect for you that he left. Because he didn't look like he had any intention of leaving.
Oh, he wouldn't.
I was like, my nigga, you got to leave. He was like, well, nigga, who going to make me? I was just like, gah.
He's a tough one too, man.
I know.
Here's the thing, though, and first of all, man, I didn't know any of that. Here's the thing, man, and this goes back to what I said earlier, which is I love the relationships that I have, right? I can't tell you how many times people have told me, yo, man, if it wasn't for CT, I was going to shoot this guy. Or if it wasn't for CT, X, Y, and Z would happen. And I'm thankful to have those relationships to where, oh, man, I mean something to this person. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, he was going to squat in your crib.
Fucked my whole shit up.
See, if I'm being honest, bro,
Yeah.
I'm leaving a large portion.
Oh,
of
that's a
this
fact.
out.
That's a fact.
I'm leaving a large part out.
Yeah.
Two things you gotta know about me. Since in comedy we don't get raises, I give myself raises by raising all my bills. Right? So I just
Say that one more time. That was some game.
Yeah, we don't get raises. So I just like make shit more expensive. I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna get a new car and I'm just wasn't and then I just gotta figure out how to pay for it, right?
Yes.
I'm going to let you finish.
When this nigga Nate moved back, he was like, hey man, just drive me around to some of these spots. And I saw the building he was finna move to. I said, I guess I'm fucking moving out.
I knew I wasn't crazy.
The goddamn building was beautiful.
I was
Everything
so
was custom.
I didn't talk to BT for 3.5 months. I was like, this
No,
nigga's
no.
nigga.
It was way longer.
This house is amazing.
And then I would go over there and just see how nice the shit was. His
Security.
room is still messy than a motherfucker.
My
Yes.
room was still on the bullshit, but man, them panties came off fast when they came over. And fuck around, Nate was never in town.
He was never in town.
Always gone back and
was-
forth to watch. I was like, victory, we're back.
You live alone. Now, here's the thing. For those of you guys who are watching, BT became roommates with another one of our best friends, Nate Jackson.
Shout out to Nate Jackson.
And this is the debacle that kind of ended BT's and Doughboy's relationship.
It's always
It's
a
back on
debacle.
track. It's always a debacle, but it's back on track. He moved in with Nate Jackson, and here's the funny part: BT Kingsley moved out. You offered to pay Doughboy what? BT? You paid your rent for like the next month and two.
Yeah,
Right.
yes. I
Yeah, he
paid-
was good. We're solid money wise. Right?
Yes, money wise, solid, all of that. BT moves in with Nate. The place that they moved to was directly around the corner.
Oh my God, it was hella close.
And then I used to be over there shooting shit, just being jealous and shit. Like, this shit is nice.
They left me.
And then Nate was always gone. Like, he was gone in the Nate mobile driving around the city.
Man.
So I was just like, this nigga. And then they was writing movies and shit. These niggas was like, you got to sign a damn
NDA.
an NDA to come in the house. I was like, okay with the movie you guys
Are you
writing.
ready for this?
Relax.
Are you ready for this?
I'm not telling you to relax. I'm telling
No.
you.
Are you ready for this?
Come on, Smoko. You got to keep up here.
Do you know what's so funny about them making us sign this NDA?
What's up?
When I tell you none of the movies have been finished, I don't even know what they about. I was like, what am I signing?
And they were just like, man, baby, before you, if you want to come, I'm like, nigga, I'm using the bathroom to come on.
Okay,
You
you
might
gotta
see
sign.
something on them, some $1 million shit.
Here's and now that we're talking about this bullshit NDA, this NDA was written. This wasn't even a typed
In
document.
crayon. Don't take our stuff.
Oh, initial here? Okay, cool.
Put your fingerprint here in finger paint.
Having a Crayola real quick. All right, cool. We got to. I can't believe this.
This is off the subject, but still on. Something about that house. house required bullshit ass note writing. Something inspired it because on everything I love, it was a chick came. It was a side note. I only want to talk about old shit too while we're here. Since this is a throwback in it, like nigga, hey, y'all go to the
old BT. It's the old BT.
Y'all want to go to the Congo room tonight? Nigga, PB Smiley was killing. He got a show tonight.
West Coast. West Coast.
So look, so a girl came to the house.
Mm-hmm.
We're
This is our house or you and Nate's house?
This is me and Nate's spot.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it's something about that house inspired bullshit note writing.
Got
Mm-hmm.
it.
It's about to go down. You know what I mean? Look, kiss a little, touch a little titties. It's about to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
She stops in the middle,
Uh-huh.
and I don't. And when you stop, I stop it.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to the bathroom, and comes out, and she's like halfway in buttoning, like, hey, just sign this real quick. And I was like, the fuck, nigga? When I tell you this note that she wrote in pencil in my bathroom, said, you can't fuck nobody else. We're not in a relationship, but that's my dick down.
That's my dick in pencil?
Nigga.
So what'd you do after you signed it?
Wow.
I definitely didn't sign it.
That's a legally binding agreement.
God damn.
I absolutely didn't sign it, but I absolutely did fuck. Later. Because she was super cool. We was cool the whole time. I was like, she'll come around. She came around, and it was great. It was everything. I should have signed it.
But the fact that she came out with a contract in pencil lets you know this shit wasn't gonna be binding anyway.
From
Bitch,
the
it's in
bathroom.
pencil.
Yeah, she didn't believe in like sharing dick. She was just like, I'm not into the sharing dick thing. I was like,
Let's call it something else.
Man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we gotta call it elephant trunk so we
Man.
can get monetized.
Jeez
oh,
Louise.
y'all don't cuss on here?
I mean, we be
We
cussing, but
cuss,
we try
but
to stay
let's
away from the.
keep the
we tryna-
extremities out of here, BT Kingsley.
So okay, I'm just wait, just okay. So
Yeah, I swear to God, if you
niggas
say
okay?
it, bro, I swear to God,
Is
BT,
the
because I know
N-word
what you're
okay? I'm
You
just
can
geared
say
up
trying-
with.
nigga. You can say nigga.
Yeah,
Try to keep it at like a 4 nigga capita per 10
keep it
minutes.
a cap. You know what I mean?
You know,
but
algorithms.
no meat.
I mean, no.
Trunk. Just call it the
Just
trunk.
call it the trunk, bro.
The trunk.
Can I say pussy hole?
Oh my God.
You didn't say that. You said I couldn't say.
I said keep it away from the extremities, bro.
This is what I wanted to ask you guys. Okay.
This guy's out of
So
control.
about 15 years ago, give or take,
Let this
15,
video be
14
yellow.
years.
I'm gonna burn every cupcake in this box.
It was 10.
It was about 10 years ago?
Yeah, it's 10 years ago. Let's scale everything back.
No, because
everything happened 7
I've
years
been
ago.
here. I've been here since.
We're trying to
Oh, yeah,
age
yeah.
yourself. We play between the ages.
You're right.
Of,
So 5 years ago.
exactly.
In 2007.
About a month back.
So we were just having a conversation. Now, at the time, you had only been in LA for what, 2 years?
When I met you, I was here for 2 years because I came in 07.
So you came in 07. So this conversation was happening in 09. Okay, cool. So 07, you had been here 2 years. Me and you was in SAC. What do you guys have to say about everything that we said was going to happen and all the things that, because it's been like, you know, and our careers never really popped all at the same time. We were all having successes at different times. So
and
walk
for
me through
different things.
different stuff.
Yeah.
So how has this ride been so far for you guys with what we said we was going to do all those years ago?
I'll say first because I think I was getting popular at the time while you guys were still working on coming down here.
Was you?
He was the king of YouTube back then.
Oh, man.
He used to call himself that.
Let me tell you something. Joe, before he finishes the story, when I tell you I heard about this before I heard
Come
about
on.
him, some casting director lady was like, have you heard of Clayton Thomas? I was like, huh? And I didn't know him at the time.
Right.
And I came and saw him. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. But I was like, man, she had a lot of passion on.
It was I was definitely, doing my thing. I feel like you guys, I saw so much like, oh man, these are my people. Because you gotta understand, man, like I've been doing comedy since I was 18. So everybody I've been around was so dramatically older than me, right? And when I got around you guys, it was like, oh man, people my own age. Well, me and BT,
Man, fuck you, motherfucker.
Anyway,
Fuck
so
you,
my boy.
I was in my early 40s back then. That nigga always in his early 40s.
But nobody knew because your energy, you're literally like 25. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, finally, some people my age. And then you guys came down here and we saw Doughboy get this massive success, right? And of course, we're always cheering you on. And then BT was such a late bloomer, not even just with us three, but like with all of our circle of friends, BT was like the last one of us to get his stride. And I say that because I really, BT, I don't even say this. I have a sense of pride when it comes to BT, because BT Kingsley is the epitome of I'm rooting for everybody. He's the guy that if you like, yo, man, I'm doing this party. Yo, man, I'm doing this comedy show. I just booked this TV thing. I'm doing this movie. Come to the screening. BT, even if you be like, yo, man, forget you, BT. BT supports everybody.
And be more excited about your shit than you are.
Exactly.
That's
he reposts everybody's stuff. Like, he's just always been that guy.
Yeah.
And he never wanted anything in return. So over the past couple years, BT's been booking commercials. He's been booking TV, movies. He's been killing it. And nobody on the planet is happier for him than I am. I take that in. Nobody is, because I watched this guy get overlooked by so many people, or they play him like, yeah, whatever, scarf. He got the scarf on.
The scarf, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? 2 watches.
95 degrees.
Look at that guy.
And the shoes light up.
And he still showed love to people. And the fact that now he's getting this moment is like, just because you're the late bloomer out the squad doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means when your moment comes, you still going to shine.
Absolutely. And I always felt like BT always knew exactly what he was gonna do before he did it. Like that, he's just such a visionary. I remember BT when he used to have what'd you have when I first met you, like a Suzu Sidekick? What type of little baby SUV? You could put it in the trunk of a real SUV. It was a small, it was a little baby ass truck,
a little Moesha Jeep.
But the nigga knew branding back then. He had a jacket on. It was a Letterman, the white sleeves. It was filthy as shit, but it was his. That had his name.
White sleeves was a bad idea.
Tell you something.
Why would you gotta white motherfuckers hug you and touch you? Oh man, good to see you, bro. Like,
Cole, get it off. I'm gonna tell you right now, I have never seen no boy go into this roast mode. He is on BT's ass.
I gotta get him. Nigga left me and went to go move in with Nate. I forgot about that shit. I'm mad all over again. Fuck you, BT. Who invited you anyway? Oh, me? Okay. Fuck me too.
Okay.
Fuck no boy.
Bro.
You know what's funny, man? It's like y'all inspire me. When I used to just make the trips to LA, CT is who I would post with, right? And it was a tight knit situation. You were like, yeah, man, there's some flow, and I'd be
I was renting a room in an apartment.
Yeah.
So it was a 1-bedroom apartment in West Hollywood. It was this Russian dude, right? And his girlfriend, and I had the master bedroom, right?
Yep.
We shared the bathroom. Yeah, I paid the rent. He was living in the living room.
That's the same situation I had with the Mexican lady.
So I'm living in the master bedroom. BT's like, yo, man, I'm in town. I'm like, hey, bro, you got the floor. Like, this is all I have, but you're entitled to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we all gotta have a story to tell.
And CT was one of the, let's call a spade a spade. When you're in comedy, there's a aspect of people and how they are, and then there's funny.
Yes.
The nigga was hilarious.
He
was hilarious. He was on the grind, and he knew the inner workings. Like, he understood it at a level. I remember I went somewhere with him. Actually, I was with him, and when he met Bentley, and it was literally. He said, yo, listen, I would love to submit something to you. I'm a fan, yada, yada. Like, I love your support, yada, yada. And the dude was like, oh, yeah, send something. He passed the email off. He said, when should I send something? It was like, whenever. He was like, I'm going to send you something by Saturday. It was like Thursday night.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to send something by Saturday. And I was like, dog, why you put so much pressure on you? He said, because people don't get it done.
Yep.
He said, everybody say that they're going to do it, but nobody actually fucking does it. When I told you, I watched him just be in the house and get the shit done, right? So it was like, that work ethic of like the business of him being first here and having to understand it and still showing love, and this is the comedy union and this is so-and-so. It was like that. And then with you, I will remember watching you just jump out the window, right? He was like, because those super talented, right? Like, he's talented at everything, and he's immensely funny in person, on stage, and then like, nah. And I'm doing music. I remember he showed me how to count bars. It was like, I was singing a song, and the beat went doot-to-doot-to-doo, and I was singing a song like, girl, I love you so, and you gotta know. And he was like, no, nigga, like, adjust. You gotta find a cadence. You don't have to follow the beat like that. I was like, really? He was like, yeah. So it was like, he kind of understood how to do anything. The other thing he left out, the nigga beat me in 7 more competitions after that. Me, Insane Wayne, I'm throwing us all under the bus. DC Irvin, he beat us all. Darius Monday got your ass. He got
your ass.
We all would be in the back. We would rip.
Yeah.
We would rip. And then Doe would go up and like, here it goes.
Here goes
He would
this
already
joker.
be rocking. He's already ripping, and there goes the fucking money. The money and the shirt would go together.
The money and the shirt.
He was so cocky, he would take the shirt off, wipe himself with it, and then throw it in the crowd. Bitches would catch it up.
I got it.
It'd be wet and shit. They'd be like,
It'd be wet. Yeah, man. So it was like, it was always watching him, because that before even you made the move, you were already making TV moves. He was like already working on the
My 58 shit.
Yeah, the My 58, and not like the local TV, not that. It was like, no, this is the news. This nigga's working. We was doing like, red carpets would come to town. It was like, oh, this nigga was doing his thing.
But nah, and that's like, I'm telling you, man, like, even though both of y'all have been like, you guys are both younger than me, you guys have both been like my first 2 big bros in this comedy shit. Like, I don't know if I've even really told you this, CT, but I got into writing like comedic stuff because of the misadventures of CT.
You're lying.
I swear, I hadn't written anything. I had written my jokes, but when I seen your shit, I was like, nigga, this, because it was just like he has such an understanding at such a young age. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get into that shit, and that's when I really started pressing the hard line. And I was just like, and all of the like looking up to, like, BT was like Superman on stage, because you got to understand what
Nobody
BT
funnier.
did. Nobody is funnier than BT in the world, but let me tell you why.
Jesus.
BT never fails because he always stays within himself. I've seen this. I've seen him have good sets, bad sets, but he never loses because he's always him. You got to understand what the relevance of him starting the room he started, where he started it. He started Touch a Class. It is in the middle of Oak Park, hands down one of the most dangerous neighborhoods, if not the most dangerous neighborhood in Sacramento. Woo. He made it there every Sunday. It was killers in the audience every week. Like, so nigga, if you had a bad set, you might not make it home. Niggas, hey, man, bring your ass out here. So
you might die.
Exactly.
And then die.
you might kill and be able to live.
And mind you, see, it took niggas like Doe that were from Sac to make the calls.
Bruh.
I get to roasting a nigga, and these niggas have to make calls and keep niggas off my ass.
I'm telling you.
This nigga was sitting here with.
I promise.
But oh, you funny, little nigga. You funny. All right. But it was just, looking up to you guys, man. It was like you guys were just always like my big bros, and I got so much love for both y'all, because even when, I can admit it now that I'm older, even when the sauce started getting to my head a little bit, maybe I started feeling like my shit didn't stink, y'all never fronted on me. Like, y'all never even brought it down like, Doe, you didn't turn that shit down. And I was like, niggas just kind of still let me be there, like on my little brother shit. And I want to tell this story really quick, and we're of course gonna leave the name out, but you niggas will know who I'm talking. You know. We just got to the point where our friendship could flourish because you niggas, like, I think you were saying something to inspire me at some point, and it inspired me in the wrong way. But let me tell you how. So we were sitting there all I'm gonna word this correctly. Right? We were all in the living room, right? And everybody sitting there talking about all their dreams and all their aspirations, right?
BT,
and both of these niggas, let's just say that we all have a common idol that we idolize, and we were just like, they were talking about that community. We're like, yo, but when I get to this certain level,
we gotta say the name.
I can't.
Say it. It's fine.
You sure?
He don't care.
You sure?
He doesn't care.
Okay. All right. Niggas better not get mad at me in the streets. All right. You said to say it. You can't cancel me.
Say it.
Okay. So everybody knows my favorite comedian is Jamie Foxx. Cool. It's Jamie Foxx.
BT, shut up.
It's my favorite comedian.
Shut up, BT.
These niggas argued in the living room for 20 minutes on who speedy I would be. Who speedy would I be? Now, let me say this in the right way, because I don't want Speedy to feel like we're shitting on him. Speedy is like the best friend of Jamie Foxx. He's somebody who's been around him a long time, whatever. Writer, been in a bunch of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so when
he was the funniest nigga. He was the hilarious nigga next to him.
Hilarious nigga. And niggas know about the urban legend about when he did the Bay Area Black the same year as Jamie Foxx. He would always famously say, nigga, I almost, like, if I would have won that year, our careers would have been different. So blah, blah, blah. So I took it in the wrong way. I took it when you guys said it like you didn't believe in me, that I would just be the guy that would just be around, just to kind of sidekick. But really what CT had to explain to me like a couple of weeks ago, he was like, no, though, you read that all wrong. We love you, which is why we would want you to be our Speedies. But for years, I hated you niggas for saying that. And I think it's what propelled me to success. I was like, I'll show you who Speedy I am, goddammit.
Let's clean this up. Okay, first and foremost, Speedy.
Shout out to Speedy.
Shout out to Speedy. Speedy helped me get my start on so many people because they've heard me like, man, I've been a fan of yours since Speedy's Comedy Corner, Jamie Foxx's station. Speedy is the homie. Booked me for some of the greatest shows I had.
Young Guns of Comedy.
Young Guns.
Oh, yeah, Young Guns.
Of some of the best shows that I had as a younger comedian. That's not what we're talking about. Speedy is Jamie Foxx's best friend. Speedy, okay, for us to say Doughboy, we saw Doughboy as so amazing, so incredible. We like, bro, I want you to be by my side, killing it on your own.
Yes.
But I want you to know that, like, it's interchangeable. Like, yo, I'm Jamie, I'm Eddie Murphy, I'm Martin, you're Eddie Murphy, you're Martin, you're Jay. Like, this is how we meant it. But it's like the way it came out.
I took it like y'all didn't believe in shit. I literally would tell people that I would be like, this is motivating me. Because y'all sat there and argued about it, but you was like, nah, nigga, I'm taking them on tour. Nigga, I'm taking them on tour. Like, and I would just sit there like, but I want to be a guy that can do a thing.
So, you know what's funny too? Is like in the space, one of the things is it's like an inner working Hollywood thing, right? People from the outside looking in probably can understand Eddie and Arsenio's friendship.
Yes.
But if you live in LA and you say two niggas that are friends, you know Speedy and Jamie are super close.
And that's what I didn't understand, because you guys were students of the comedy game way more than I was.
You just saw it on the surface.
Just on the surface level. Like, I took it.
Oh, you don't think I'm gonna make it? You think I'm gonna be somebody's sidekick?
I'll show y'all.
So the nigga was gonna be Falcon and like, that nigga ended up being Captain America.
Bro, BT, say it again.
It's like Falcon ended up Captain America to the motherfucker. He was like, nah, nigga, ain't nobody Falcon.
So this is what I'm saying. Oh, BT, that was the greatest. That was so much better than the example that I gave, bro. So, one, you look at Eddie and Arsenio, and a lot of people might try and front on Arsenio, but it's like, bro, Arsenio is legendary.
Absolutely.
Right.
There's so many things that Arsenio did that people don't give him credit for that, oh my God, helped the culture, helped literally people in entertainment, regardless of your skin tone. But if you just see the face value, you like, I ain't gonna be nobody's Arsenio. You like, you should be so lucky, right?
Exactly.
So with what BT said, it's like, no, I ain't gonna be nobody Falcon. It's like, but Falcon is now Captain America.
Come on.
Right.
So
right.
it wasn't
and he Avenger. It's still like, it's funny because if you're a comic in LA that's anywhere near funny, you've met Speedy before.
Oh yeah,
because,
solid dude too.
Man,
solid dude.
Speedy would hook you up with the shows. It was, man, I got some amazing memories. From a trip to Phoenix for like a Jamie Foxx weekend.
He put me on shows. Put me on shows on Army bases.
All Speedy, bro. And I was like, man, when I ain't kind of have rent, if it wouldn't have been for Speedy, I wouldn't have fucking got it.
And I think too, now that I think about it in retrospect, I believe that because my affinity for Jamie was so high too, that anybody saying anything but I could be the next Jamie, I was just like, fuck you.
That might be it too. But here's the thing. So when you look at a Speedy, you look at a Jamie, just like BT just said, it's like, bro, we all have the common goal of succeeding, and we all have and are still climbing even further.
Yeah.
But, and it goes back to what you said where you were like, yo, man, when did the word relax piss you off? It's like how people mean something isn't always how you take it. You might take it a completely different way than they mean, and you like, hey man, I just meant, you know what I'm saying? Be like, no.
Exactly. And it's just crazy that even like all these years later that we literally just had that conversation a couple of weeks ago, because I was like, yo, I want to open up for you. And I literally said that to him, and he was just like, Doe, you know we were saying that as like a term of endearment to you.
Right.
I was like, wait, where are you?
Because you're Doughboy. You stupid. Because you're Doughboy, he's BT, I'm CT, bro. It's like we're all, now it's a point where we go on tour and it's people are there for each of us prospectively instead of they're here for this person.
Respectively, but I know what you're talking about.
No, what did I say?
You said prospectively.
Prospectively.
It's respectively.
You said
No. I said prospectively for a reason, because it's the person's perspective on who they're coming to see. Comedy.
No, but when you
is
say it in that
subjective.
term, it's like they were coming to see us. They're on their own, respectively, not perspectively.
No.
Pleasant
You used
Principle was a pretty
you
good
used the
song
word wrong.
from
Say-
Janet Jackson.
no. And I'm the first to admit when I've said something wrong, but
Then
you just
admit
heard
it
me
now.
explain.
No.
Niggas said they didn't explain it. Listen, did you hear what I
I
said?
heard what you said.
You-
said people can come to see us now, perspectively. That's using it wrong. Is they come to see us all respectively.
Okay,
Yeah, that's all
I'm
saying.
wrong.
That's okay.
I know. I'm not about to get a whooping. I just
thought that it would feel better. You
No,
telling me
no.
I was right.
Relax. So the so here's another thing that's really interesting too, and I'll take it a step further.
I'm not posting this episode.
If you're in a room
Yeah.
with Jamie and Speedy, especially if you start talking foxhole,
Yeah.
there's worlds where we're in a room, and this is for me to you, where Speedy's the funniest nigga in the room.
Speedy,
Speed's a beast.
he's
Yeah.
he's one of my favorite
Let me tell you,
cats.
you're funnier than me, like especially in person, like in interaction, in with people, in roasted. I'm like, oh man, this nigga's killing. This nigga's killing. He got the glove. Like,
But no, man.
Doughboy's classic, bro.
Nah, man. And I really wish that this day wouldn't have gone the way that it did, because I really wanted to talk to you guys much longer about much more things, but I know that our time is short. But I wanted to thank you, BT, for coming to the first CT birthday episode. Hopefully we'll be doing these for years to come, and you'll be there all the time. Let people know where they can find you, what you're working on, and all that good stuff.
So let's start most importantly, you guys, InfiniteRainClothing.com. Go sign up. Clothing line will be coming soon. Other than that, add yourself to the Discord. Go to my IG. If you're in the Discord, you tend to find yourself everywhere else. YouTube, Facebook, all that good shit. Discord. You go to the IG, link is in the bio. Or just go to BTKingsley.com. It's all there. BTKingsley.com. Everything
Or
there.
just watch
Everything there.
TV for 10 minutes, and you'll probably see him in 6 commercials in that 10-minute span.
There's
'cause
a
the
good
niggas
chance
kill
that'll
it.
happen as well.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Let them know what let them know what you want to say to them, CT.
Come on, man.
It's your
Big-
birthday, man. What do you have to
Big
say?
29 out here.
What do you have to say for turning
Wish.
25?
I wish. Here's the thing, man. I am so lucky because now I'm looking back on our friendships with each other, man. You, me, BT, and I'm like, bro, who would have thought that in 2009 we would be sitting here right now? And the answer to that question is all of us, because
Come
we
on.
knew. I knew that it would always work out, and we are exactly where we said we would be, and it's a blessing to have that. I want to shout out the donation in the
Yes.
comments. I always read your comments, Doughboy.
I've been staying
on
out
the
of them,
video.
especially last week. I thought I had a terrible episode last week, but people apparently
No.
like it. So.
Yeah, they liked it.
You guys been killing, man.
It's been fun.
Thank you.
I want to say to your lady, Tony. Tony, you know
It's
I
beef
love
in
you.
these streets with y'all, apparently.
I
I'm going to have to
know.
let y'all fist fight.
You know what's funny? I called her, right? I called her because I was trying to get you on the phone. I was like, hey, what's up? She was like, hey. What's wrong? She was like, I mean, you know, it's hard when you for the streets. And I said, belong.
Just get it right, goddammit. That's your problem now.
But man, I love you, bro. I
Love you too,
appreciate you,
man.
man. I'm glad to have you guys in my life continuously.
For sure, man. For sure.
BT, stop being weird.
No, I just want to make sure my waves are in this.
Okay.
And I wanted to say one last thing before we close up. I know we running on short on
Go
time,
ahead.
so I want to say this last thing, bro. I want to say this to you personally, face to face, man.
Mhm.
You've always been like a big little brother
Mhm.
to me. You know the reasons why, but I just really wanted to just thank you just more. And I don't want to get emotional because sometimes I get emotional, but I just really want to tell you thank you so much for just being a solid dude, bro. Like, you know what we talk about, like, you know, when these cameras is off and shit. And so 2020 kicked my ass, bro. And it was to the point to where I was getting ready to move to Atlanta. I was finna be like, fuck LA. I'm kind of tired of the shit. I'm tired of the bullshit. And you reaching out to me in a time where you didn't have to, when it was kind of visible that I was fucked up, and say, hey, Doe, this is what we doing. Come over to the crib. We're going to start some new content. Put this on your page, da-da-da. Just all the game you gave me, and just all the stuff that I don't even need to get into that most people won't even know. Just what you even do for this podcast. Just want to let you know, bro, I really, really appreciate you. And sometimes I feel like I don't deserve a friend as good as you because you're a solid nigga, and it makes me want to be a better friend to you. So thank you just, from the bottom of my heart for not only inspiring me to follow my dreams, making me believe in my dreams, but always doing everything that you could to help me, even when I was a bullshit ass, ain't shit ass friend. You never made me feel guilty about it. All you ever did was show me love. And I really think that the general public doesn't know that about you. And I just wanted to take time on this platform and let you know you're loved, you're cared about, man, and you're really one of the most dopest people I've ever had the pleasure of ever knowing in my life. And thank you for being my friend, my nigga.
Listen, man, I love you, brother.
For sure.
I appreciate that. I'll tell you this.
I love you
man.
too, nigga. You nigga came through with ditto to what that nigga said.
Listen, man.
That was amazing.
You never true friendship and having true friends that are family. Y'all are my brothers, man. I say this to y'all, and there are other brothers that are on the list that I ain't even need to be mentioned right now that ain't here. You never have to thank your brother for being your brother. I'll say that. And hey, man, it's the Just Us League podcast.
We are out of here. Hey, we going to IHOP after this, and it's on me. I'm buying this time because y'all paid for it last time.
I'm finna get 2 steaks.
We out of here. See y'all next week.
Peace.